Welcome back, everyone. I am very excited to be able to share a new watch that I've added to my collection. This is from a Microbrand called Wood. This is a brand I was introduced to after I went to the Windup watch fair in San Francisco. This is a brand my friend put me onto, and when I went to their stand, I got to talk with the founder, which was really cool. He's a really chill guy, super friendly, and he treats you like a friend. It was great to meet you, Johnny. If you ever watched this video, it was so fun chatting watches and learning about the history of your watches and your company. A little bit about the brand. It's called Wood, and William Wood is the founder's late grandfather. He served in the British Fire Department or Fire Service for 25 years. This has a really cool heritage. In 2017, Johnny started this company where he was inspired to design these watches centered around the firehouse theme and to use upcycled firefighting materials in dedication to his grandfather. The company's only been around for 7-ish years, but they are definitely killing it. Their watches, I think they're a lot of fun and they look amazing. They feel amazing. And the story behind it is just incredible. So why don't we get started with this one? So this is the Extinguisher Watch. It's inspired by the spray out from a fire extinguisher. So the foam that comes out, that's what the dial is supposed to represent. I think it represents it very well. It came in this pouch. We look inside, we have this red box and it says William Wood, London. Take it out of the sleeve, got a box that says the same thing. There is a ribbon holding the sides of the box together, so I will undo the ribbon, open it up, and there is a watch roll with the brass fire helmet there. That is a very nice touch. We got a couple of things. We got the watch roll here, we've got the welcome letter here, we got the certificate of authenticity. Well, this is neat. This is a photo of, I assume, of his grandfather's brigade. We've got an instruction manual, but it also goes over their story as well as like a welcome note. Talks about his grandfather and some of the movements in his pieces as well. Let's take a look inside. The watch roll itself feels very high quality. I like this red. It's very vibrant. And there is the Extinguisher Watch. Inside, you've got these pillows. It has a tag on the piece. It says William Wood, London. And look at this piece. Isn't that fun? The second hand is like a fire hose, so it's got that curve in it. I think this is a lot of fun. You can see that there's this white dial and the design on it is the extinguisher foam. I think that is so fun and actually looks very, very nice. I don't have many white dial watches, and this has that like mix of white and silver, and I think this looks great. I also like how you get to select which strap it comes on, but I selected the red because that's the one I saw it with, and the red reminds me of the fire extinguisher, as well as you've got the red in the center of this dial, and it gives it that contrast and that pop. It does make the dial stand out. If we look on the back, it's got fire extinguisher on the case back. Definitely having fun with this piece. The bezel feels almost a little squishy. It feels fun to twist the bezel. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but something that I enjoy about this piece. This is a screw down crown. This does have a Seiko movement inside. It's got 100 meters of water resistance, so you could actually go swimming with this piece. Look at that. On the strap, it says made from rescued materials. This is a brand with a mission, and that's fantastic. That second hand is so fun. I could sit here and just watch it go around. You can see that this is in the shape of the firefighter's helmet. This is stamped with their logo, and this brass is melted down from a firefighter's helmet from 100 years ago. That's pretty cool. So each piece has that history embedded into it. I think that's a very fun touch. The fact that these straps were once used to fight fire and potentially save someone's life. Really cool. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at the measurements of this piece. The dial I see at 42 millimeters. The case, I should say, is 42 millimeters. And then the thickness, it is a little bit chunky. I'm seeing it at about 16.3 millimeters. Lug to lug is just over 49.2. In between the lugs, we got 20 millimeters. Then let's check out the strap. Starts at 19.8 and tapers down to 17.8. Why don't we go ahead and weigh this thing? Just shy of 100 grams. This is 98 grams. So not too heavy, probably because it doesn't have a steel bracelet on it, but definitely will feel nice on the wrist. Check out the accuracy. Okay, so this watch is running about plus 22 to plus 23 seconds per day. It's floating around in that region. This is the Seiko NH35 movement, and this has an accuracy of minus 20 to plus 40 seconds per day. Not the most accurate movement, but this piece in itself is actually in the mid-range of that acceptable range for the movement, so that's good. I wish it was a little bit more accurate, but for this price point and their story and everything else that goes into this watch, I think I can overlook this one. All right, now I'm super excited to check out the lume on this piece. I've only got some lume on this piece. When the light hits the dial, that's actually pretty cool. You got this greenish lume. It's not as strong as I'd like it to be, but it's not bad. You got the lume on the pip, and then you got the lume on the hour markers. There's no lume on the hands though, so in the dark, I think you'll have a little trouble telling time in the dark. Okay, so that's a little fun. This fire extinguisher glows. I mean, this is gonna be sitting on your wrist, so you won't see it, but I think it's a fun little touch. Let's go ahead and throw it on the wrist and see how it looks. There it is on the wrist. I think the rubber strap looks very nice. It also feels very nice on the wrist. It is thick, but it doesn't feel like it sits that high, probably because some of the thickness comes from that domed sapphire that sits on top. It actually feels pretty nice. So that's a watch. Have you guys ever heard of the brand of William Wood, and what's your take on them? I'd love to hear your thoughts about the brand, about the watch. And as always, thank you for stopping by. And if you like this content, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.